Hi everyone! I've fully dismantled during the previous month, a very careful eye on the graphics for us while working on among my undertakings. I became so carried away that at the age of 22, I unwittingly started to fall asleep. Wake up at 5 in the morning and at 6 o'clock, then around 1:30 in the afternoon. Then usual signs of this kind of life: weariness, mental fatigue, reduced efficiency, and a full lack of drive to take any action. In a word, I started to sense what anybody who disregards the schedule for sleep seems, and many of you I ran into this issue. In this, I'll provide a list of actions in a video with which you fully re-establish all of your rhythms, find morning vigor in the least amount of time for your body. Using this stencil in only a few minutes, I went back to my ideal routine this week. Thus, let's begin. Main hormone control of circadian rhythms: melatonin. He is the one who induces slumber in us. Nevertheless, the key to this is hidden with a down mode hormone as well. Similar to our body is not aware of when or how much of it should be isolated. Pharmaceutical firms are not, of course. Now that they have discovered a solution, a melatonin tablet is available at any pharmacy. However, despite its effectiveness, to put it mildly, the drug's safety is under question. Doubt. Ultimately, every mammal, without exception, is one of these medications result in a decline in genital human organs have not yet undergone being the most well-liked also everywhere in the globe, including with kids. It may include dosages 600 more than the declared amount percent sign, while transporting contamination that may perhaps even murder with a first aid kit. Word pills are not the same thing as if melatonin is the greatest option. Then some good fortune was present in everyday cuisine and at the same had no unfavorable effects. We could use food to shift circadian cycles. Thankfully, we can consume such. Suppose we consume 2 bananas, or ingest the juice made from a kilo of blueberries, or devour a whole pineapple, and then, 2 hours later, melatonin levels in the blood increase. However, to fairly decent values, this is a huge quantity of food. In particular before bed, with cranberries, the condition is marginally improved. 40 grams, and it takes these berries 2 hours. Before going to bed will give the essential bolstering effect. Real, yet new, not again. While dried cranberries are appropriate, this fruit is a great alternative in terms of flavor. Still a novice, which is why pistachios are available. You must eat in order to get the intended impact. 2 nuts only. This is the richest with just 2 pistachios. Melatonin supplement. We've ever used 220 micrograms or more of melatonin per gram of the product. The level of focus is so intense that a few people about 5 times greater than the typical amount of these nuts. Dose of a prescription medication, and without consequences. There is a crucial element, though. Melatonin when subjected to heat treatment. Thus, pistachios must only be consumed in their uncooked state. Press the reset button for all clocks. Settings that I additionally utilized. It appears that our body modifies the biological timer to the standard food availability. Thus, if you follow a diet and typically eat in the early morning, then you'll have sleep suppression before you eat this habit gladly and without effort. 16 to kill just enough to go hungry hours. Plan a dinner early at 6 p.m. and avoid and hold off on eating until the morning meal the following day should be really fulfilling and comprehensive so that the body senses the urge to awaken and go to bed at the appropriate hour for you. This method has demonstrated its efficacy in a number of studies, so regardless how inconvenient this behavior is, it is worthwhile. And the following tip is related: the second hormone that controls our metabolism, cortisol. Circadian rhythms. When cortisol is raised by melatonin, reduces the levels of these 2 antagonist hormones. We become attentive to cortisol, and in the evening we will lower it because this isn't the proper manner. 2 tools work well for this. 1. When we are affected by the cold, cortisol levels increase with warmth, but then decline to a level below where it was before the exposure. Cause is a considerable decrease by 45% or so of meditation is the second strategy. Decreases cortisol only after 6 days. But once more, essentially the average figures show a 25% decline in cortisol. This procedure is very significant. It will let you to return to your routine much more quickly and easily. So make a summary and a plan now. Remember first how much you slept most recently at Say 12 it is midnight, after which choose how much you wish to. For instance, go to bed at 10 o'clock. Hence, you should in a week divide 2 hours by 2 and go to bed early. 5 giving us 15 minutes. Hence, each day you should go to bed 15 minutes earlier than usual the prior one. You can determine when to go to sleep by in 4 hours. The procedures will begin. Before sleeping, take a contrast agent and complete it 3 hours before bedtime for a 10-minute after eating pistachios. Wait 16 hours. We only eat breakfast as our pre-meal. Pistachios, like I just mentioned once more, if you object to these methods, then when your week is up, circadian rhythms communicate with one another. You can cease doing them in mode, and the results will endure. I hope you have a steady and sound day. Good luck and honor as you sleep.